In this video, we're going to talk about the leaks regarding DJI's possible new releases that recently surfaced online. Among them are surprising new details about the Mavic 4, an exclusive leak of the Mini5, photos and videos of the unexpected DJI Flip, information about the RC track controller, a new version of the DJI FPV camera and transmitter kit, and a new 360 degrees camera. Let's start with the Mavic 4. 3 weeks ago, I made a video with several details we had up until that date. If you haven't watched it yet, click on this card. But recently, new leaks have surfaced with surprising details about the innovative features that might come with the new Mavic 4. In this leaked photo shared on the social media platform X by the well-known insider Jasper Ellens, we can see a large foldable drone covered in stickers with handwritten notes. Based on previous leaks, we know this is a common practice among DJI employees to document new versions of prototype features during testing. We can also clearly see features very similar to those of a Mavic, such as thin, foldable arms with navigation lights at the tips, landing gear on the front arms, a ventilation outlet at the rear, a USB port for data transfer, a dark metallic gray drone body, and a black battery that attaches from the back. All these features are identical to those of a Mavic. It also includes the prototype elements I showed in the previous video, such as the 3 optical sensors on the top and the large gimbal that occupies the entire front of the drone. This shows that DJI is putting a lot of effort into this model, which is still undergoing testing to ensure its refinement. This video was also leaked, showing someone folding the drone after completing their tests. Notice that the body of this drone is slightly larger than a Mavic, likely due to the need to accommodate the new spherical gimbal. Now let's check out the most surprising leak. In this photo, several new details were highlighted, including the possible release date of the Mavic 4 in April 2025. The main lens, which will likely be a Hasselblad, will feature a 4/3 inch sensor and a 28mm lens with an incredible 100 megapixels. For comparison, the Hasselblad camera on the Mavic 3 also has a 4/3 inch sensor, but the lens is 24mm and the resolution is only 20 megapixels. This camera will also be capable of recording in 6K at 60 FPS, compared to the Mavic 3, which records in 5.1K at 50 FPS. Another highly anticipated improvement is the increase in flight time, going from 43 minutes on the Mavic 3 to 52 minutes on the Mavic 4. A groundbreaking new feature will be the introduction of an electronic ND filter with variable stops ranging from 4 to 64, something that has never been seen on any drone before. We will also have a new transmission system called O4+, which promises an incredible range of up to 40 kilometers. This is the biggest upgrade compared to the Mavic 3, which only reaches 15 kilometers. Additionally, a photo and video of a supposed Mavic 4 Enterprise that crashed have surfaced. In the photo, you can clearly see the camera setup with 4 sensors. The Mavic 3 Enterprise has 2 models with different cameras, but it's possible that the Mavic 4 will have a model with all these cameras combined into one drone. In the video, the highlight is the RTK sensor, which appears fixed to the rear of the drone, leaving the front connector free for the installation of other accessories. On the Mavic 3, this RTK sensor was removable, preventing it from being used simultaneously with another accessory. Now, let's analyze the leak of the supposed Mini5. Some time ago, I made a video detailing the technical possibilities that DJI could implement in the next version of the Mini series. If you haven't seen it yet, click on this card. In that video, I highlighted the main possibility of adding a LiDAR sensor to the Mini5, as it was very successful with the launch of the Air 3S, marking a huge leap in obstacle avoidance technology. Therefore, from now on, It's highly likely that this sensor will become a standard feature in all new DJI drones. But let's analyze the details that appear in this leaked photo. The first thing that stands out are the two black spots at the front of the drone. As expected, these are likely LiDAR sensors. What's interesting is that they are not embedded in a single window like the one on the Air 3S. It seems DJI opted not to change the drone's design too much to ensure the camera still maintains a 60 degrees upward tilt angle. This tilt and rotation of the camera were already a significant differentiator on the Mini5. Another item that looks different in this photo is the camera. It's not possible to confirm if it has a 1-inch sensor, as expected, but it's noticeable that something looks odd around the lens edge. It seems like the front finish is missing, or it could have some type of filter installed. And here's yet another difference. The motor appears to be larger and has a ventilation slit. This could indicate that the motor is more powerful, which may have required this adjustment. If you compare it to the motor on the Mini5, you can see that it's slightly smaller and completely sealed. Now, let's talk about the flip. An unexpected surprise. The leak of these images was a big shock because everyone was expecting news about the Mini5, and suddenly, real photos and videos of a completely different drone surfaced. It has the shape of a Neo, but the size of a Mini, and what's most surprising are the rotors, which have propeller guards that fold downwards, making this model more compact and easier to transport. Another video was also leaked, showing a person evaluating the quality of these two parts. First, they test the durability of a battery cover, and then they show the details of another part, which will function as an arm to support the motors and as a propeller guard. Based on the shape of this ring, I believe it will serve additional purposes, such as improving aerodynamic efficiency to help with the drone's lift, as well as reducing the noise from the propellers, similar to the tail rotors of modern helicopters. The person also evaluates the weight, which seems very light, and the durability of the spokes, which appear to be made of carbon fiber. The last leak we got about the flip shows it folded and from the front, where we can get a better view of the LiDAR sensor. Below, the camera is clearly visible, with a revealing detail. It will have a 2-axis gimbal, so we believe the third axis will be electronically stabilized. This post also revealed the price of the cheaper version, which will be sold for €439, and this version will come with the RC-N3 controller. We also have some news regarding the RC track controller. In this post by Jasper Ellens, he mentions that the process for FCC certification. While we don't have a specific date yet, we know this is one of the final steps before a launch, so we might see it in stores soon. From what we know so far, it will be a compact and simplified controller, featuring the basic essential controls, which can also be activated by voice or through the DJI app. Additionally, it will be GPS tracked, allowing the drone to follow it. N3 controller. The target audience for the RC track controller will be sports enthusiasts who enjoy recording their adventures to share on social media. Another piece of equipment that had details leaked is the DJI O4 Air unit, which will be the new Pro version of the video transmitter for FPV. It will be compatible with the latest O4 technology, offering a range of around 20 kilometers. This device is highly anticipated by FPV enthusiasts, as it uses the same technology found in the newly released goggles N3, which is DJI's most affordable FPV goggles. The previous version of this transmitter was very successful, based on the O3 technology, which had a range of 4 kilometers. With the launch of this new model, drone racing pilots will be able to capture amazing footage, as they will have even more range and stability. While no release date has been announced yet, the photos of the final version in its packaging suggest that it will be launched soon. Finally, we had a leak about the new DJI 360 degrees camera. The most relevant comment in the post is that it has entered the FCC certification process. However, the photo seems to be just a simulation of what it could look like, as it differs from the design seen in another image, where the camera is shown from multiple angles and appears to have a small screen. If you liked this video, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'll update these details as soon as more leaks come out. Thanks for watching.